It's 10 minutes past midnight over here on the 9th of August. I think I am super zonked at this moment, and we're really not the people who sleep early, but it's been 2 crazy days. We've been hosting friends and guests at our place, and this one is a super special vlog because this vlog marks the return of this super special human. You'll remember I was talking about how he had to go back to India for his resident permit application and we didn't know when he'd be coming back. Well, he came back, I think, almost a month ago now. But since I have been slacking on my vlogging, I haven't been able to be consistent. So, well, now's when I'm breaking the news over here. But if you have been following me on Instagram, that's at Cinemawali, then you already know that Parichay has been back in Vienna with his resident permit application approved, and we can finally stay here without having to worry when he has to go back, or when the permit expires or something, because now it gets a lot easier in terms of the processing, hopefully. And this is a super special vlog because we're finally taking a trip. I was actually just wanting to travel, get out of Vienna, explore other European cities. I did go to Prague and Budapest with Alekha, but I'm glad that now Parichay is here and we can travel together again after a really, really long time. And I'm super excited because right now we're awake and dressed up for an overnight bus to a whole other country that we've never been to before. And you've already seen the vlog title, but I'm still going to keep it a suspense, and you'll find out through the course of this vlog about this journey and the destination that we're about to embark on. Stay tuned! So it's time for the first update. It's 2:05 on the clock. Our bus to our destination was supposed to leave at 1:20, for which we left for home from about 12:30, because then the trams shut and we had to come to this place called a station called Erdberg, which is about, I think, 15-20 minutes by tram and a little bit of walk from our house. And we anyway wanted to get to the bus station because this is the first time we're coming to this bus station for the bus. So we wanted to be on time, and when we got here we found out that the bus has been delayed, and the bus was first delayed by 47 minutes. Now the time has increased and the bus is still not here. It's 2:05 and we're really sleepy and really hoping that the bus gets here soon so that we can finally get our seats, doze off and reach our destination in the morning. But this is yet again a wonderful reminder of how, no matter how much we love travel, there's always a little bit of complication involved, and you gotta love all parts of it. So far we have been braving the cold and struggling to stay awake, waiting for the bus. So I really hope the bus gets here soon. So we're finally at our destination. I legit woke up like this. We're finally in Krakow. It was a wonderful overnight bus because I think after all the delays we were so sleepy and so tired from the previous day that we just crashed, and we've literally just woken up as soon as we reached Krakow. And the first thing that we did was we got ourselves some Polish money. So the exchange rate that we got from near the train station wasn't great, so we're hoping to figure if we can find better exchange rate, and I hope we wouldn't need a lot of money because we're really here to test how cheap it actually is traveling in Poland. But yes, the overnight bus journey was a success. We're here and we've exchanged euros to Polish zloty, and we luckily found actually a exchange place right next to the bus station. So the bus station, train station are together over here. And so we will not be staying in Krakow today, but what the plan is, I'll tell you in a bit after I freshen up. So now I feel a little sane. We have come to Blossom Cafe, which was at a walking distance from the bus station at Krakow. And the first thing we did was freshened up and ordered ourselves some coffee and breakfast before we move on to the next stop. This trip was a complete impromptu plan. Poland is so close to Austria, and we just thought, let's go someplace we've never been before. And yeah, going to Krakow seemed really easy given the connections and possibilities. And I think we're big fans of night buses, especially with Flixbus, because we've usually, like, this was our I think second or third experience, and the experience has been really good with the night journeys. Of course, last night there was a little bit of delay, but like I said, we crashed right as we got into the bus and got our seats, and we woke up only this morning when we actually got to Krakow. Now we freshened up at a cafe, we're having our coffee and breakfast, and we'll be heading to another spot. And this is actually quite cool. I mean, it's a very comfortable way of traveling, and yeah, I mean, I'm so excited because the trip has just begun and the coffee smells great. We have a bagel with us, which is more like a guac bagel. I'm surprised Parichay ordered that, but anyway. Well, let me show you what we're having for breakfast and this gorgeous cafe. That's my flat white. That's the bagel that we're likely to share. That's my husband, who's a lot better now. Yeah, I mean, I'm not the only person who's really grumpy in the mornings. You should really see him.
I'm not grumpy, what are you talking about?
Oh please. That's his cappuccino, and this is the gorgeous cafe that we are in. We walked past actually a lot of cafes, and at least in summers, sitting outdoors is really a thing here. We just thought sitting here with all our luggage would be a lot more comfortable. And oh, people over here really smile. So that's a very nice thing. I even asked them for a glass of hot water because that's how I start my day. And she even got me one with a smile on her face. So it's the small things that count, right? Very nice. Looks like we're going to be smiling throughout the trip. Let's eat. So after that lovely breakfast, we quickly walked back to the bus stop because we are headed to, if I'm pronouncing that correct, Zakopane. Sounds very Maharashtrian. But Zakopane is about Zakopane is about 2 hours from Krakow. And we were originally thinking of heading to Krakow, but we found out about this place called Zakopane, which is typically a winter capital of Poland, but they say it's good in all weathers. So, and we saw the pictures. A friend of ours also recommended, so we thought, okay, this is definitely worth giving a shot. So now the plan is basically to head directly to Zakopane, spend a couple of days there, and then come back and explore Krakow before we head back. And yeah, that's our bus ride. It's, I think, going to be about 2 hours of a bus journey. And yeah, this is right from the Krakow bus station. So the bus station and the train station are connected here. So this, you can see, is the bus station, which has the Flixbuses and the local bus companies. A lot of, because Poland has a lot of good connections with other cities. You can already see Budapest, Dresden, Prague, Berlin, Amsterdam there. So that's for the buses. And right next you can also see that there is this train station, which is the Krakow Glauni station. So they're the train tracks and the train station over here. And yeah, I mean, our bus is not to leave for like another half an hour, I guess. But since people are already queuing up, they're letting us in. So we're now going to get into the bus. But I think I have to say that this station is very well equipped. And hopefully, I think when we come back, I will cover the bus station properly, what all facilities are there. There's a locker system and cafes and tickets. So it's a very nice and comfortable bus station, train station, however you see it. So it's a good point of transit in a certain sense. And yeah, now we're all looking forward to just get to the final destination, get into a hotel room, freshen up again and start exploring or just enjoying the Polish life, culture. I mean, so far we're just loving it. Looking forward to the next few days here.
देखो बाहर कैसे नज़ारे चल रहे हैं और अंदर हमारे कैसे नज़ारे चल रहे हैं. End options.
We have finally reached Zakopane. I hope to get the name of this place correct while we stay here. It was a nice bus ride for most part of it. The views were gorgeous. I enjoyed watching outside the window. I read for some time. And I don't know, but road trips really make me sleepy. So then I also wanted to take a nap. But there were kids sitting right ahead of us. And I really had to like be very, very patient and wait for them to get off so that I could take a nap. I mean, in the entire bus, we had, I think, 3 kids that were crying and screaming, and the entire bus was quiet. And while I'm all for parents traveling with their babies, of course, I don't know, there has to be a better mechanism. Everybody shouldn't have to bear the brunt of traveling with babies. I don't know, like if the babies are crying or something, I don't think everybody else should suffer for it. Yeah, but anyway, I did manage to get, I think, what, a 20-minute nap in the end. So yeah, over and all, it was a good bus trip. We've reached here, and the place that we're staying here is a little away from the center. So we decided, let's quickly have lunch because now we're getting hungry. And the first impressions of Zakopane are extremely gorgeous. Just look at this before we head out. I mean, head somewhere to have lunch. It's such a cute, gorgeous town. I mean, and we're gonna live here and we're gonna explore more. So, yay! Naula vibes. So we're finally here for lunch, and while we decided that our lunch shouldn't be too experimental for now, like we really want to try the local delicacies, but we decided to go with the basic pizza for lunch. But the drinks had to be something unique that we found on the menu. Only my drink, by the way. That you see here is a beer, but it's not a regular beer. This instead, you can see the lemon and the the spices in here. So this is a warm beer, or as they call the mulled beer, and I looked up online. The recipe is pretty similar to mulled wine, and mulled beer is pretty much a thing in Poland. So I got really excited and I'm looking forward to try this. Let's see how this tastes and whether mulled wine wins against mulled beer. I think it will, but it's still exciting. I mean, having beer and that too hot in itself is a first. Let's try this.
Mild hot chocolate.
Oh please, you're just having a regular hot chocolate because whatever.
But it's hot. So
Yeah. Okay, continue. Let me try my mulled beer. I taste honey.
do you taste beer?
Actually, I think that's somewhat the problem is the flavor of the beer is very very light, but the flavor of the spices and the honey and even the lemon for that matter, no, I'm just not sure if it's orange or lemon, but that's way stronger than the beer. But it's interesting, like, I mean, don't keep any beer expectations from this, but as a drink it's quite interesting. I think I still love mulled wine, but this is actually nice and I'm going to enjoy drinking this, and I'm going to attempt this maybe another time on this trip for sure.
And I'm going to enjoy my mild hot chocolate.
Guess what? So typically across Europe you will never get pizza cut into slices, but surprise surprise, they just served us pizza cut very nicely. We didn't even have to ask for it. Oh, and they also gave us ketchup, which is a first in Europe. Like, it's like people, especially if you tell an Italian that this has happened, they will hate it. They will, I don't know, like somebody was saying, yeah, they totally flip out. It's blasphemy for them. But here in Poland, you do get, I mean, at least here at this restaurant, you do get the pizza cut and with ketchup, even without asking. So now we're gonna try our luck a little more and see if we can get any sort of chili flakes or Tabasco. I'm sorry, that's how we like our pizza. I mean, we just eat like that.
Hi.
It's been one long night, day, I don't know. We had lunch, then we just wandered about Zakopane, the main area for a while, and then we took a bus because by the time we realized it was already about 4:30. So we took a bus to check into our property because it's not in the center. It's about 2 kilometers from the center. And we realized that the frequency of the buses is really, really low. So we just came, we checked into the property. It's a very simple but such a gorgeous place. I mean, I think I'll be happy even if we don't get out of here. We can just sit in our room, enjoy the view. We've got like this property surrounded by mountains, and it's just so nice. It's so pretty. It's so simple, you know, nothing fancy, just surrounded by nature. And even the people who run the place, such simple and sweet people. I mean, they know very little English, and we don't know Polish at all. But yeah, I mean, they told us, they showed us around the property, and it's almost 6:45 right now while all of this has been done. And now we're just headed to a supermarket because there's no provision of food over here, and we need to make arrangements for dinner and probably for breakfast. So we're just headed looking for a supermarket so that we can have some food to eat, because I feel very hungry in general, not just on holidays. So we're just scouting for food now, and then we'll go back to enjoy the property. Well, this is already looking like a really good location, and I think I wouldn't say it's exceeding my expectations, because to be honest, I don't think we were expecting anything. This entire trip was planned in such an impromptu way. We were just like, kahin jana hai, we want to go somewhere, and out of nowhere there was this whole thought of going to Poland, and then we were confused whether we should do Warsaw and Krakow or just Krakow, and then what else to cover with Krakow, how do we want to go about it. And then we found out about Zakopane, and it looked really pretty, so we were like, okay, let's just give it a shot and see how this goes. So yeah, it's a very different and a very peaceful experience so far, and it's always good to be on a vacation. Well, let's head to the supermarket now.